Stream Elements was kicking my butt. For some reason, it didn't want to work correctly, so I had to get it to work, and it still doesn't want to work correctly because I can't get TikTok. To show up. It looks like TikTok's working. I think it is. Here's cement. Hello? Yeah, kind of working. Let's see. What's going on here? How was my weekend? Could be better. I picked up Daniel yesterday, his ashes. I still gotta I found the picture for her to print, so I gotta print that out still yet. What else do I need to do? I didn't get as much as I wanted to do. I had a bunch of paperwork to do. A lot of it was just making sure I have enough money to live. I'm not sure how else to say that. Let's see. What else do I need? I had yeah, how about this? Live it up. Well, part of the problem was I overslept, and then what's it called? I just got caught up in little things that needed to be done. Oh yeah, I was supposed to clean my stove this week. I'll do that tomorrow. I finally, like, I'm looking at things to put away Daniel's stuff in. So I was thinking of buying a container. I have all these dog towels, but stuff specific for Daniel I might keep in a Daniel box. Like maybe the beds. So put that all stuff away. His bowls, his toys, and everything else. What else is there? Boo. I got Daniel back. I got printed his picture out. I still got to clean up the bathroom a little bit more. I got to put away his bed a bit. And then clean up the stove. I have to clean up the oil from the stove and the microwave. What else do I need? Clean up my kitchen a bit and keep applying for jobs. Oh yeah, ceremony. I don't know if there is gonna be a ceremony for Daniel, but I do have his ashes. They're up now on my on the shelf next to my TV. And yeah, I got all this stuff. I got back here. I have his crate, right, and it has a whole bunch of his toys and other stuff in there. Yeah, he's always been Well, I didn't always have on camera because I didn't always have a Daniel cam ready. But he's always been there every time I filmed or something. If you watch a lot of my videos, you can hear him in the background, often drinking water because for whatever reason, every time I wanted to make a video, he wanted to drink water. So there's that. So, what else is there? Oh, yeah. I don't have access to streaming. What? All of a sudden it says I don't have access to streaming. Oh, this is the backup stream. Wrong channel. Why does this always seem to happen? This is a backup stream. Why? Switch accounts. YouTube. Why are you being such a pain? There's only one being streamed. On me. And laying around. It's always just been him. What else do I need to do? Let's see. All of this is not working out for whatever reason. Let's see. But Daniel's been there. I don't always feature him on my channel because I would often get racist comments, so it sucks. But back when I had Instagram, he was always on there, along with all the other dogs. I can't seem to. Oh, that's how you do it. I'm trying out these new streaming. Keep that cage forever. You mean my crate back here? Or should I say Nat's future home, future bed? Yeah, well, we'll see. I don't tend to plan to get rid of the crate anytime soon. I mean, yeah, I never plan to get rid of it anytime soon. That's probably gonna come back with me. To Hawaii because I spent I think like $300 on it. I did see a corner crate I wanted. If I did get a house that I was going to use for Daniel, and then I saw another one I wanted later for something for other stuff. So we'll see. We shall see. Uh, Currently just trying to set up stuff and get things. I gotta come up with a better work plan because I had to spend up most of today cleaning because I have an inspection tomorrow for fire safety. So I had to go clean up a bunch of crap. Um, in my apartment. I'm gonna go and clean up some more. Uh, yeah, I need to clean up some more tomorrow. I gotta clean up at least the stove. I gotta get that done early in the day because I have to do it in the shower. I have to wash it off in the shower. And then the other thing I've been trying to search for is things to how am I gonna transport things back to Hawaii? Like a lot of stuff I don't know what I'm gonna do with, um, or how am I gonna get them back? Because some of the stuff like on my game systems and my computer stuff. Can we also talk to Nina Lynn for a second? I don't know who Nina Lynn is, and I don't know how we will connect to her. But yeah. Oh no, the Asian lady. Oh, you want to talk about her, not talk to her. I don't know what to. You probably know what's going on with Nina Lynn more than I do, so uh, go for it. I don't know what's going on. I've been kind of in my own world lately. Oh, not to mention, I have a whole bunch of I should wrap that in plastic wrap. All his gauze and stuff I was using to treat his bed sores and everything else. And then yeah, I just gotta clean up more. Gotta do back here. I gotta do the sheets or the bed covers I used because Danny used to love to jump on the bed. Yeah, I'm live. It's saying my YouTube one's not working well. I don't know why. Yeah, if you have something to say about what's her name, Nina Lynn, go ahead. Let's see. Nope, I don't know anything about her. I know nothing about Nina Lynn. Oh, yeah, I saw that part, but what else do you want to go on about it? Because to me, it's kind of like everything to be discussed has already been discussed. So I don't know what else to say towards it. I need someone who knows all this stuff better than I do to help me with my streaming stuff. Hmm. Maybe. Alrighty. OBS. Only OBS can show up my TikTok. That's weird. If she did that, she should. So, like, everything that needed to be done, in my opinion, has been done. So, I'm not sure what to go about. Twitch ban. Hmm. Yeah. So, she got everything. Apparently, she got everything she got needed. So, or she got everything that was deserved. So, not sure what else is needed. Oh, the Scene Awards were tonight. Oh, forgot all about it. Doom's ice cream. Hmm? Yeah, showing me live. All right, that's all good. What else is there? Not much else. Programming monkey. Oh yeah, and I gotta go start coding the whole SysHat application. Why do you expect her to? Why are you trying to expect? So my thing is, why are you expecting to hold her to a standard that not everybody else is gonna hold her to, or that she doesn't even hold herself to? She got the band, she got everything. I mean, that's everything else everyone else can do. Asking her to do all apology and everything else will just is just adding towards. And how else do you think she's gonna do? And how is she gonna apologize? She got her main platform got taken away from her. It's like you want someone to speak, but then when you pull the mic away from them, you don't give them microphone at all. She might have other places, but there's this kind of thing where if she doesn't believe she's wrong, she's never gonna apologize no matter what. And there's always going to be people that will defend her that will say that she didn't do anything, just like people defend Hassan supporting a Nazi candidate. So there's that. Mm. I gotta check on how to do this. What else do I want to? Hmm. Okay, so tomorrow I'll try to get the what you call it? Tomorrow I'll try to see if I can get tomorrow I'll try to get the storybook for Cesat working, maybe work a few components, like a search bar and import the grid, the free version of a grid. We'll work on some TypeScript stuff. What else is there? That's good computer programming. Yeah, I'm thinking. I have, as I said, I have my small projects that I want to work on, and so I'll get started with that tomorrow. Let's see, what's today? 27th. 26. Tomorrow's the 27th. What else do I need? I need. So once that's up and running, and I get a bunch of, basic things I needed done, I'm going to. Yeah, so after those basic stuff are done, I'm going to add I guess on Tuesday, if everything I get basic done on Monday's working, I'll see if I can get the Gen AI Docker application working on Windows. Problem is, it says it's for Linux, so to get it working on Windows, then we're probably gonna have to manipulate the Docker code or Docker compose file for Windows. Yeah, because I'm gonna have that running on Windows. And what else do I need? I might also see if I can get my Home Assistant project up with Node-RED. Maybe MQMC. Maybe. I'll think about that part. Let's see. And then, yeah, I might get. If I do Docker tomorrow, I might as well get the Home Assistant Node-RED stuff up and running. I already got it running once locally. I just gotta get it working on this mini PC that I have. You wish you had my type of knowledge and technology. It comes with a. Do I know any mechanical skills too? Some. I know some basic housework stuff, and I lived part of my life on a farm, so I know some in and outs of some stuff. Uh, reason why I know how to cook is because I grew up partially on a farm. Is because I grew up on a farm. I know how to gut and clean fish, fillet fish. I hate. This is funny because my sister can do it better than me. My sister can clean a pig or animals better than I can. I did it once in my life, and I was disgusted. What else? I know how to drive a tractor because of living on a farm. Um, know a little bit of plumbing. Know a little bit about electrical work. I don't know anything about cars. I know how they all technically all work. I just don't know the ins and outs of those things beyond that. Hey, fly fish. I know how to fish. I used to be a spear fisherman. I played soccer, volleyball, judo, and baseball. I can't play baseball anymore because of my shoulders messed up. Cars, run, and magic. 100 women versus accountability. Okay. Uh, I know how brushless motors work, but I have never built it. I know how brushed motors work, but I never built it. Um, would you spear you? Would I spear fly fish? Spear as in a pro wrestling move, which is basically a tackle, or actually use my spear on fly fish, my fishing spear, which is I usually go with 3-pronged spear than a spear gun. So, but no, I have not used my spear on anything recently. I haven't gone spear fishing in a long time. I don't even know if I have the stamina for it. I used to be able to hold my breath for about a minute 30, especially when I was more fit and surfed more or could do more ocean activities. I can't do that anymore. Minute 30, stay on there. Speed you like to a fish fillet. Don's fish fillet of fish is pretty tasty, especially since it's cod, so it's a fatty fish. Oh right, that's right. I have cod. I gotta cook. Um, I'm making Kahlua pork tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Sometime this week. I might cook. I might just make some cheap. To eat the stuff in my freezer. I might make some cheap stuff. So, or easy make cod with pesto sauce. Buy more pesto. I love a good pesto. I need to start thinking about buying all the stuff to move back to Hawaii. Fry that spear. You want to fillet into McDonald's or just Chinese buffet. Maybe. Be honest, I never really ate too many Chinese buffets, especially since they're not really a thing in Hawaii. We're more likely to eat dim sum. Pho. I love pho. Korean barbecue. What else have I eaten? Todai. All you can eat sushi places. Been there. Uh, Pineapple shrimp. What women looking like in Hawaii? Asian. Male mussels. Hey, male mussels are tasty. Back bean mussels. Oysters Rockefeller is one of my favorite foods. Pineapple shrimp, I can. Again, sometimes majority of the time I can go without. One's thinking about women. Yeah, fly. Seaman's thinking about women. Honey walnut shrimp, I generally go for more than pineapple shrimp. Dude, the Hawaiian Asian surfer girls in Hawaii. There are plenty. But you also gotta remember, a lot of people from a lot of smart people from Hawaii had to move out because Hawaii doesn't pay well. I was looking for jobs back in Hawaii, and well, they don't. They notoriously underpay. For my skills, they don't want to pay six figures, and I get more than six figures right now, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, right? I get six figures for what I do, and then they don't want to pay six figures in Hawaii. Mixed reactions. Well, are you saying that they're not smart? Well, let's just say there's a brain drain going on in Hawaii. So if you're smarter, if you are one of the smarter ones, you probably won't stay in Hawaii just because you'll get paid more on the mainland. No, cement. They don't. They don't wear the stereotyped uh, skirts and coconut tops. So the yeah. Well, you kind of don't want to not that smart either because sometimes they make mistakes that are just not great. But the so there's a lot of people that don't want the monorail because they want cars, but at least Oahu needs mass transportation because our traffic is horrible, and uh, mass transportation is one of the ways to fix traffic problems. You're not going to fix it any other way. You want Candace Owens? What? I wouldn't want Candace Owens just because she's a right wing nut job. Everybody here wants AI experience. Yeah, I don't qualify for that one. I don't have Java. What does everybody want? I don't know. Intelligence is hard to describe when you know when you're not seeing it with someone yet. Well, there's people who are educated as hell, but they don't have what they would call, it's not common sense, but what was often would be considered street smarts. And then you have people who are street smart, but they don't have um they're not educated enough to understand beyond the academic level. So like when I work at computers, there's like the academic. There's like a you can do things like an academic level, which is like the kind of like, yeah, that's the right way to do it. But at the same time, we have what we consider the practical level. Like sometimes you don't want to use a composite key, so multiple values of when you want to design a database or when you do a relational database. You just rather have one foreign key. It's more practical to have one foreign key than to use a composite key. Uh, Especially nowadays that we have GUIDs or unique user I unique unique basically unique IDs. So the whole point of all of that is just, hey Gantarich. Elon Musk is only rich because he started off rich. He's like was born on third and figured out that he and thinks he hit a home run. Compatibility is important, but like in terms of intelligence, sometimes I like one of my best examples for intelligence was trying to tell someone that, or at least when it came to one of my things was like Okay, so one of the reasons why I'm not like hurting by some really smart people who knew the rules, and a lot of it doesn't make sense. But when I was trying to explain to someone about how finance works and how saving your money and how mortgage works, uh, and versus a 401k and how to save your money, they're like, no, 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 this is a better idea. I'm like, no, it's not. When you do the math, when you were able to do the math, and to me, like I would not be able to stand that person that would choose to do this, like put themselves in debt, not understanding how it works, thinking it's a good idea without like doing all the math. Yeah. So yeah, if you learn, you got things you should learn that they don't teach in schools, like mortgages. I learned one of the things I was taught in school was how to do my taxes. Um, yeah, I learned how to do my taxes. Uh, the last 6 years, I was cutting it really close to where I no longer like all my knowledge on how to do taxes was going to be null and void. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everything I taught was not going to apply anymore because of how things were working out. There's also like if I talk about like sociology, maybe I can give them knowledge of sociology or how to learn stuff. Mm. Oh yeah, I'm finding out the school system. Well, I'm not sure. Lately, I've been finding out the school system is horrible, but I'm wondering if part of that's from COVID. But I do know overall, American school system sucks. And like trying to teach people how to build a life. Like, I put a ton of money into my savings, 401k, IRAs. I have a couple brokerage accounts that go up and down. I keep putting in money pretty much every month. Well, not gonna be able to put in money in every month for a while, but yeah, putting in money so like I have a really good safety net. But learning to build a life instead of expecting the money just to be paid out, there's a difference. Yeah, and there's always gonna be bullies. Like sometimes part of life is also knowing that you are, or in part of intelligence is knowing when you're not smart enough in an area and you can go find the right people to ask for help. Sometimes it is about what you do know and what you do know and who you do know. Like at least critical thinking is should be applied. Because sometimes you don't know stuff and you got to go to people and ask them for their opinions, and if you got to figure out if someone's actually telling you the truth or not, and how to decipher that. And I've met a lot of stupid people in high positions. One of them was a CIO of one of the companies I worked with. One of them was a manager that I used to work with. Holy hell! I got in trouble for that too because they were saying I was talking back. So many places just don't like it. Like, I absolutely hate when I do stuff. So many AI. Shit, AI stuff. No Coinbase. Rocket scientists. One of the major rocket scientists was a Chinese man, Huan Hassan. I can't remember. I don't know if that's pronounced the name because only seen it spelled in batting in one of the older English stuff. And without him, we would not have NASA. America would not have NASA. He was part of the JPL or Suicide Squad. Clemens cannot do rockets. He can't do rocket science. Rocket science is physics. I think we lost fly fish. Yeah, you do know how to weld those cement, so that's a good skill to have. Just gotta make those beads. I mean, it is that is basically what you're doing. Knowing how hot it is and making sure your eyes don't get tired. I'm looking up Gen AI stuff. Let's see. Hmm. Let me go make something for dinner. I'm gonna go put it in the air fryer. I don't feel like eating curry tonight, especially since I didn't cook rice. Yeah. Maybe I should put Daniel's cam as the new kitchen cam. Let's see, how long do I cook this for? 15 minutes. Air fry. The air fryer is one of the best things I've ever bought. Cooking, cooking, cooking. I got lumpia for dinner. Lumpia is good. Anyways, let's see. Libertarian.
Learn your rules. You better learn rules. If you don't, you'll be eaten in your sleep. There's something satisfying about fishing around pond. After we got back to the main part of the homestead, I put this little guy in a small pond that doesn't hold blue, instead just holds green water, apparently. This little fish might not look eating size to you, but this is the duck pond, and I'm sure they're gonna eat them. And now, speaking of eating fish, for the first time, I'm gonna try bluegill. We put some really tiny fillets on ice, eat some scraps to the cats, which I'm surprised they had no interest in. And would you like to try a bluegill? Bluegill thing? Wait. Wait. Vince, there. Hang in. What stuff you eat? You're not sure about that? Well, Minnie's not gonna eat fish. I'm gonna eat fish. Jen tried the fish along with some jalapenos out of the garden. I really wasn't sure what to expect bluegill to taste like. Turns out it just tastes like delicious fish. Ah, it's good. There's something set. Why, Jameis Winston in the pie?
I'm careless about college football or football in general.
Let's catch up on something.
Hey, Hong. Tweety Bird. Hello. Man, I'm tempted to buy another computer just to install Linux on it and have it my Linux distro, my Linux dev box. This is all Windows, so. Anyways. Oh, those are all so expensive. Oh well. Shadow joined. Oh. I should just go play StarCraft.
Here are all the big things you. a big thing you missed in gaming this week. First off, yes, Halo Campaign evolved in Unreal Engine 5 remake of sorts, but the first game campaign was announced. It has 3 new missions, 9 new weapons, toggleable sprint, couch co-op, and more, but no multiplayer, which is okay with me, and I'm saying that as a huge fan of the first game campaign, but I'm still hesitant on this. I mean, it's one of my favorite games ever, and one of my favorite campaigns ever. I simply need to play it, have actual opinion on it. Hey, it is coming to PlayStation, which is just insane to be saying that on the PlayStation front. There are now screenshots of the canceled God of War multiplayer game that Blue Point Games was working on before it got canceled this year, but I think if I show them, my account will get DMCA. It was reported this week that Microsoft is continuing to push Xbox to hit higher profit margins, which is probably definitely a reason for all the price increases we've seen on games, consoles, and Game Pass this year alone. Not to mention the less console exclusivity. During the Fallout Day stream this week, Bethesda announced Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition releasing this November 10th, which comes with all of the expansions, some Creation Club items already included, and the Switch 2 edition is coming next year. They also announced some updates to Fallout 76 and more, but no new games were announced. But Todd Howard said that they are working on some new things. The massive CS2 update released this week now allows users to trade up their lesser value weapons to high value weapons, significantly hurting the.
Can I speak Chinese? No.
Market cap, which was estimated at like $6 billion to now be $5 billion, or at least that's what it was just one day later. It since gone to $3 billion now. They pretty much confirmed now that the Simpsons card of the Fortnite mouse, the Ivor Hire, has been delayed and will now officially release in March of next year. The CEO of Remedy has stepped down. Ubisoft Studio Master Entertainment, which is the Team 5 Star Wars Outlaws and Division, is now asking staff to be voluntarily laid off. Like Rumble, which if you don't know, it's the almost Fall Guys like game, but with Sonic characters. Got an official release date of November 5th on PC and mobile. Game releases this week with Ninja Gaiden 4, which also came to be Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2, also officially released this week after several delays and the changes of developers. 2025 reboot of Painkiller are also released this week. The melee combat roguelike Dawnbreakers drop survival co-op game is re-released on PC. The first 2 episodes of Dispatch released this week with more on the way. Power Wash Simulator 2 drops. Slot Machine roguelike Slots and Daggers released on PC. Once Upon a Katamari drops, and the Outer Worlds 2.
Welcome back, Firefish.
Access if you pre-ordered some of the advanced editions. Now I've been playing some of it, so I'll have my review for it at some point in the future. Here are all the games announced to come to Game Pass Ultimate and Standard this week. The 2006 StarCraft game was spotted on scene earlier this week, but was swiftly pulled due to licensing rights not being finalized. And finally, the Elden Ring Switch 2 edition, the Tarnished edition, has been delayed to 2026.
Welcome back.
Here are all the big things you missed in gaming.
I was looking up how to make 3x speed. For what? For the videos? Yeah. 2x speed's good enough though. I'm looking at I'm looking at the AI stuff right now. I'm trying to read up about it. Cryptocurrency? Yeah. They do, because they don't like the idea of government. Well, yeah, it's easy to track, but they also like the idea of getting the government out of money, which is not smart. Because how many times have people been locked out of their crypto wallets or whatever? I have switched mostly to credit cards now, and I forgot to pay my credit card today. I gotta do it later. I switched mostly to just do everything online because I no longer have access directly to my bank now that I'm in California. But because of that, I do like paying in cash more. I was way better way back when I was paying a lot of things in cash just because it prevented me from overspending, because I could only spend the cash that was on me. So that helped a lot. Well, the cash discounts are because um because they get charged. No, don't worry about the slight judgment. The restaurants, yeah, they have credit card fees. They get charged like 12% or 10% or some percentage off of every transaction I make. So generally on the smaller non-fast food businesses, I tend to use cash because chart they have basically it's a surcharge. Some kids don't have an account. Yeah, I've been rather lucky lately. Yeah, so one of the things that the restaurant menu has to change is because they have to include the surcharge if you're using a credit card. I try not to use my credit card that much, but it's credit card is convenient. And it's fat. Yeah, it's fat. Well, I don't know if it's fun, but it's faster. Yeah, I try to do everything I can to not pay so much. Hmm. Man. Like I wish I could make like $2,000 a month just on interest on dividends and interest alone. I don't make anything near that. I make well maybe $100. Probably. Grand Platinum is the one with the Nazi tattoo, so he probably is a plant. Look what happened when Bernie backed Fetterman. Ah, then you win a million and start investing. If you get a million, just invest. You have to put it. Well, you should just put it into a brokerage account and just put it in what they call asset allocation. So it does it for you, and you should be fine. How much interest on a million? You'll probably get the same as everyone else, but if you do it, no, generally if you do it a right mutual fund or one of the better, the reason why I say you do an asset allocation is because you're not going to be hit as hard when the market changes, and it should account for it. So you generally get about 4 to 5% back. If you try to play the market and do a little bit better, um, you can get about 8% back. Like right now, if you don't know, the Treasury Department is giving away about 4% back on anything you deposit for treasury bills for 4K. Yeah, but that, yeah, 4% back on treasury bills. So right now, like for instance, technically I'm getting like 5% back on some other stuff, but 4% back from the treasury bills, which the value, you're not going to lose the value of your money except through interest. Yeah, it's just 4K. So $4,000 on a million would be nice, but uh, and I'm not sure if that's monthly or not. That should be monthly, yeah. 4K for 4% per year monthly, yeah. And then so yeah, right now there's on treasury bills for the treasury department. You put in enough, you're getting about just over 4% back. So like I think it's 4.03 or something like that. So you're getting over 4% back for any money you put in the treasury bills. So I've been doing that for the last 2 years, no, 1 year, and that's how, like, you put in about 20 grand 1 year, you get about $1,000 back, just under 1,000. Yeah, billionaires need to share. Well, part of the problem is that is actually not the billionaires need to share. It's that billionaires are taking out loans against their assets, which don't, which are what they call non-realized gains. And in my opinion, banks should not allow those billionaires to take out loans against those assets, non-realized assets. Yeah, technically it is. Well, it is kind of liquid, but not quite. So it's not, the liquidity is lower. But my point is, banks should not be able to give out loans on non-tax assets. So if your assets are not being taxed, such as stock, and it has not been taxed for that year, they cannot be given a loan. Clipsaurus. Oh, thanks for following, Clipsaurus. Thank you. Food is done. Let me go and get my food. I got lumpia. Yeah. So therefore, like, what's his name? Zuckerberg, uh, Musk. They cannot get any loans against their stock assets, and I believe that's one of the things that should happen. Because like you can get a loan against your house or apartment because it's been taxed by property tax, right? So if it's not been taxed, you cannot get a loan for it, for those assets. If it's not physical, you cannot get a loan for it. That's just my glorious opinion on that matter. Warren had good ideas, yes, she did. Not knowledgeable policy. Yeah, Warren had good ideas. I think Kamala had something similar, where she oh no, Kamala had um, wanted to tax all trade, or I think it was trade. I personally rather not have. I don't know if I want to do trade because they still will be able to get loans on those stocks. So that's why I want it to be tax. I want loans only on taxed assets. They should, but they won't. People only care about what they want to care about. That's the hard part. Let me sit down back here so I can eat. Like the Graham Plattner or whatever guy's name is. I don't give a crap about his name. You ever notice like how people always make these defenses for white people? Mm. Yeah. But even then, like Taylor Swift, they're always making defenses. They're always putting up a defense for the flaws of white people, but anybody else who's not white cannot make those same mistakes. And how it doesn't even make it doesn't have to be about mistakes too. It just has to be they can make up a flaw about against you and they'll hold it against you. You want to see younger Democrats. I do too, but younger Democrats, the ones that I see that actually get into politics that are younger, like Sycat, Chabrati, or whatever the guy, dumbass guy, his name is. He's a Yahtzee supporter. There was another one over here that was a Mad Bun that was also that was anti-Asian. Madani's only getting a pass because he's just promising free stuff to people. And that's it. The only reason why people are liking Madani is because he's promising them free stuff. Learning what? I I'm an experienced coder. I've been working as a software engineer for like 20 years. 20 plus years now that I think about it. What language is my main? C sharp. A perceived ideology. Yeah, you're right, Flyface, for perceived. They have this idea that promising free stuff and these arguments that he makes are actually going to work out. They're kind of different. Madani just keeps promising free stuff, and the problem is, like when a corporation gets tax breaks to start up, the idea is that they directly collect benefits later on, when or possibly later on. Want to guess how many city council? I don't know how many. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce your name because it looks like Thai. But Nicole, 51. I didn't know that. Probably because there's so many people per block. But yeah, and Madani is not proven to work with anyone. All he is a populist. He's just telling people what they want to hear. To me, it's funny how people think everything will magically work out just because they said it will work out. It doesn't work that way. So, like one of the tax breaks I know about was in Hawaii we had a tax break for film. Yeah, got rid of those ways to educate and vote people in government. It's like one of the things I do know, like in Hawaii we had a tax break for film, and if they want to shoot film and TV shows in Hawaii. So these production companies would get tax breaks to film in Hawaii. But how did the Hawaii recoup some of those taxes or lost the money in taxes? Well, they had to hire people in Hawaii. So you're making up the difference when you give a tax break to a production company and how much they have to pay by your payroll taxes, the Hawaii state taxes, your sales tax, right? Hawaii 5 brought a lot more. Hawaii 5 went for 9 seasons, I think. Last one he went for 4. Not to mention Hawaii. Well, I was also working on Lost, and they did film in the city. They also filmed a lot on beaches. One of the places they filmed at for certain scenes was in like uh, Safeway or Foodland or whatever nearby. You didn't watch either show. I'm in Hawaii 5 if you watch it, and Magnum PI. So yeah, they created. You got people paying W-2s. You have people. You collect more taxes in other ways. Foodland has been in Hawaii for a long time. But yeah, that's the thing. Like you might give a tax break to another company, right? But you might collect the lost revenue, or you might be making you might be breaking even or making more when they have to hire people. Don Quixote, yeah, they didn't film inside Don Quixote, at least not that I remember. Right, so like giving tax break to like I remember one of the things Madani said was like, well, you were going to give a tax break to Elon Musk or something for building or Amazon so they could build their one of their, I think it was accounting department or whatever or something, and worked there. It was estimated that they gave them they're going to give them a $10 million back tax break, but they're going to hire 4,000 to 5,000 people. And according to the math, if Amazon was there for 5 years, they would have made $11 million in taxes instead of losing 10 million, and when they gave up 10 million, all through their state taxes and everything else. So that's the reason why, like, when John Madani promises like free bus rides or whatever, well, it'll help the regular person. You're still at a loss. The reason why you're gonna collect the taxes indirectly, and it's not those indirect taxes are not consistent, or it's less. It's hard to estimate what you can actually collect. They sound good, but you gotta. But it's not. It's about random. Yeah. For like a city, it's about revenue more than the federal government, in my opinion. The city still needs to make revenue. The federal government can, in my opinion, can work at a loss because their taxes don't always have to be always have to be. Yeah. Wealthy try not. That depends. The wealthy do try to leave the city. Mm-hmm. It'd be hilarious if Kumo wins. Madani has the Madani has the people that think everything's so easy and works like magic. In my opinion, the city taxes do need a can't work at a loss. You can't have a city go into debt. Federal government is a lot bigger, so they can. Or they can afford to lose more. A city cannot. Mm, let the voters decide. Yeah. Problem is, you have uneducated voters and who don't understand how things work. And by uneducated voters, I do mean the T-vote that told me that you should codify Roe v. Wade. Voting Rights Act was codified twice, and twice is going up against the Supreme Court. Yeah, people are overestimating and think that he's like the next new Messiah or what next savior. It's sad. Also crazy because I used to also work for the government, so I kind of know how things work, especially when it comes to color of money issues. Because the other thing you got to remember is like sometimes the laws won't let you do certain things because they have to be taxed the right way or taxed correctly. That's what's color of money. For example, one color of money issue is road repairs. It's being taxed on gas or car ownership or your insurance. You can only codifying wouldn't make it permanent. Codifying just makes it what's called makes it a statutory law instead of a common law. That's the only difference. And if you don't know, if you don't know what the difference between statutory law and common law, then yeah, I don't know how to help you. That well, that's one problem. Well, that's the thing. Everyone needs to know definition of words is a problem because I remember one creator goes, "Well, this word just because it's a word doesn't mean because words are subjective." I'm like, no. The other thing is like everyone expects everyone to be an expert about everything, and no one can say they're not an expert. And that's why I hate comments from people with private profiles being like, "Well, that's not true," or "That's not how it went," or anything. They're hiding behind anonymity so they can spread misinformation or just seem like they're expert to deny what's going on. The DoorDash case is a prime example. Why is it that you have anonymous profiles who say that they know so much about the law, but yet you actually had a woman on there who's a public defender go over the actual statutes of the law? Yet the anonymous private accounts are like, no, you're wrong. The same goes for when I talk about sociology stuff, right? I show the actual sociology paper I'm referencing. And yet people will still say I'm wrong. Oh, yeah. Like, remember, I have that sociology paper, the one that's pinned to my profile, or one of my pinned videos at the top, right? I've read, I use that against to show a woman's internalized racism, to showcase a woman's internalized racism, and yet somehow people still deny that's true. She basically copied, or she was a prime example of what was studied in that paper, but yet somehow I'm still wrong because you said so, or because Asian women said so. Yeah, and that's part of the problem is those people, no matter what, will can't accept the facts and evidence to go against their worldview. Well, then those people should not be commenting, in my opinion. You can't be telling me I'm wrong when yeah, you can't be telling me I'm wrong when you don't have the knowledge. Like if I understand it and you don't, why are you telling me that I'm wrong? Yeah, sweet. All right, I found a way around the Linux problem, so we'll get to it. You're gonna call it that, yeah. But they don't want to do that. They all have their need to. All have their need to push that. Hmm. So more people are looking for confirmation bias than ever now, because they have algorithms that feed them their confirmation bias. That's part of the problem. Well, not only to draw a divide, it's they also do things to confirm their biases. So if they ever meet something that goes against their biases, then they can't accept it. They may be aware of it, but just because you're aware of it doesn't mean it's going to change your thought process. You have to think critically. Well, there's plenty of people that do research stuff related. Some of them, unfortunately, don't get always get their. I don't know. I'm on Stream Elements this time. Man, I should have switched over to the TikTok live one. I didn't do TikTok live. Yeah, I personally find like streaming. I wasn't sure what kind of stream I was gonna do today. It was gonna be a straight gaming stream. Stream Elements is better, but if it's to be a actual interactive one, I have to actually set up TikTok live. Twitch and YouTube, same thing. My scroll bar, it's probably not there. Yeah, and Twitch. I mainly do YouTube just to keep a backup of it. Because on my YouTube channel, I have all the streams, and you can see Daniel on them, and that's awesome. Yeah, Twitch's interface is busy, but I stream there too. Yeah, I like how YouTube archives it. That's the same. I'll have Daniel on there for as long as I possibly can, and to me, that's awesome. Yeah, not all my streams have like massive videos, but as me being really fat in a couple of them. But I have a bunch of streams where it's just all Daniel. Starting with Bioshock. Time percentage, I forgot how much. Yeah, all the content. Yeah, and some of it's just junk content. Like it's just absolutely like bot made content just to get content created. But it was just nice. Like I remember when I was streaming. I think it was Legend the the Zelda games, right? Yeah, Daniel in there. I don't since I wasn't streaming to YouTube. I don't have all the videos with Daniel and streaming when I was playing those games. 10 hours of music on loop. Yeah, the same song over and over again. No, ukulele is not on YouTube. See, those videos are not on there because I didn't do. I was streaming straight from the TikTok Live app. Maybe I'll go back to ukulele after my StarCraft stuff. But yeah, um, but yeah, it would have been nice if I put the ukulele, the Wizard of Legend, the Zelda streams I had. Those are all straight onto. No, the thing was like I didn't really care. It was just I was just streaming straight to the TikTok via the TikTok app. I didn't set up OBS and everything else for the multi stream because I was being lazy, and now I'm kind of regretting it because I had on those multi streams I had Daniel right playing like lying down next to me while I was playing, and I don't have those videos anymore. I'm not gonna have those videos, and that's kind of sad. Well, on the YouTube one I have like, but the YouTube one is all of him after he got his what's it called bed sores and everything else. I don't think so. They were like over 2 years old. I doubt they still exist because I have to actually clip them right pretty much like a week after I make them, and I didn't, and I still don't clip anything after. So I kind of miss those. Like I don't have those streams, those lives where Daniel just right here, right? He was right in this, right underneath this table as I was playing. Yeah, but that's the sad part is though, because as you get older and older, those memories don't pop up as much. Like I have Daniel's like my fifth or sixth dog. Then before that there was Thunder and Dixie. Before that, those two there was Pepper. Before Pepper there was Miley. I barely have any memories of Miley because I was under 5. I have a lot of memories of Pepper, but Pepper, all the memories I have of Pepper are old photography photographs and VHS tapes and or the camcorder tapes. And then Thunder and Dixie were um, right before we had smartphones. So I have a couple videos from all the puppies and Dixie. I had one video on camcorder of Daniel barking at a brick. I gotta find that camcorder video again. And as you keep getting older and older, those memories slowly fade. You have to keep reminding yourself to remember all of it over and over again. And the fact that now we have smartphones and we can capture almost every single moment and store them, wherever, pretty much on the cloud where we can retrieve them at any time, not like have to go and find the right video and queue it up. It's kind of amazing. Yeah, You should need to record not everything needs to be recorded, but it's nice that you can actually go back and have cleaner and more memories that you can recall at a moment's notice whenever you want. Yeah. Yeah, record keeping is underappreciated. And then, one of my opinion, one of the big things the government needs to do is record keeping, or more like record archiving, but or creating records. Yeah, it seems really weird, but as time goes on, as you get older, some things you just want to remember, and you don't realize how much your memory fades and things that you don't remember happen. Government data, yeah, and in my opinion, our lumpia is basically egg rolls, kinda. They're wrapped vegetables or meat in things, but lumpia will have a crispier skin than egg rolls. A lot of scientists talk about cluster fook. But yeah, in my opinion, the government should be record keeping, and then other parties should be able to take whatever the government wants to record keep and also archive them. Yeah, egg rolls are a less crispy version of lumpia. That's one way to perform it. You can prioritize the ketos. The ketos are Mexican, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised there's similarities. Uh, Mexican cooking, Chinese cooking has a history of working together. Also, because they came from Spain, and so the Spanish conquest, so things would have got passed. Knowledge would have been passed around that way. Like for instance, what's it called? Spanish pork. Not chicharron. Uh, Lechon. All right, see ya. Fly fish. Lechon was There's a Spanish name for pork belly thing. That supposedly, in my opinion, I know it came from Chinese cooking, but that's how I know it. So you have fly fish. What are you guys' thoughts on Chromebooks? They're great web browsers. If you're just doing web-based work, it's fine. Go for it. You need some frozen ravioli tomorrow? It's not a bad way to go. What kind of ravioli? Is this cheese stuff, or you can get the ones with meat, or I think there's a few others, or seafood stuff like clams, shrimp, lobster, cheese stuffed. Yeah, it's one way to go. Hmm. Cheese stuff. Alrighty, cement. I got to get going. I got stuff I still need to do tonight. It was nice hanging out with you. But yeah, I should. I got stuff I needed. I got other stuff I need to do tonight. Alrighty. See ya.